The third stage of our Dalmatian Coast tour has two parts. The morning ride begins in Vela Luka on the west end of Korčula Island and goes to Blato, then climbs over the island crest to breezy, then along the coast to the port of Brna, where a transfer takes the bikes and riders to Pupnat for the start of the second part, then a downhill run to the beach town, Kaneza, then along the north coast to Korčula town, and a short ride to our hotel in Lumbarda, a total of 45 kilometers with 637 meters of elevation gain. At 23 degrees Celsius, the temperature is perfect for riding. Our ride begins at the ferry port of Vela Luka and immediately passes the Church of Our Lady of Health that was constructed in the 19th century following a cholera epidemic that affected the region. The road follows a scenic waterfront flanked by palm trees, hotels, and pleasure boats. Before reaching the town center, we follow the road out of town. Soon we're on the open road with smooth tarmac and limited traffic. Even the main highway crossing is free from automobiles. This 3% climb is a gentle preview of some serious hills ahead of us. Also some sections of gravel. This one is 2.7 kilometers long and well maintained for a gravel road. And soon there's smooth tarmac, allowing us to resume our cruising speed. Korčula Island has a well-established wine industry that is renowned for producing high-quality wines, particularly white wines dating back to ancient times, and has been influenced by various cultures, including the Greeks, Romans, and Venetians. At the base of a series of hill climbs is Blato. We've collected in the shade of a pine tree to discuss our route plan. Soon we're climbing a 5% hill for 1,200 meters. Then the road flattens as we pass through the town center of Blato. Before leaving Blato, one more stop for hydration, courtesy of Tommy, our driver. At the very next turn, we're confronted by an 8% climb, the steepest of today's hills. After climbing a distance of 400 meters, we take shelter at the next shady spot. Then, 500 meters later, we reach the summit at the Chapel of St. Jura. Then we are rewarded for our climbing by 12 kilometers of scenic downhill freewheeling. From all appearances, one could easily guess that a construction boom is underway on these view properties overlooking the Adriatic. Before long, we arrive at the small port town of Brna, where Tommy is ready to load riders and bikes for our transfer to Pupnat. Our van covers 20 kilometers of hills that form the middle of Korčula Island and positions our group for a downhill run to Korčula town and our hotel in Lumbarda. The second part of the ride begins on Pupnat's main street and passes the local Church of Our Lady of Snow. Immediately, there is a 3% hill that stretches over the first kilometer. Fortunately, this is the last climb of the day. The downhill that follows is a consistent 9.3% for 3.5 kilometers, definitely worth the short climb. The road is smooth, the traffic sparse, and the views are spectacular. We regroup at the bottom of the hill in Kaneza on the Adriatic. As we roll along the shore, we enjoy a clear view of the Pellusac Peninsula, a part of the Dalmatian coast that is connected to the mainland by a narrow piece of land. As the road twists and turns to follow the coastline, more seaside villages are revealed, like this scenic hidden cove in Zinovska Banja. Before reaching the main wall of Korčula, we pass the 16th century church and monastery of St. Nicola. Around the next corner, Korčula Harbor is busy with pleasure craft and ferry traffic. Across from the port is the walled city. Travel promoters call Korčula Little Dubrovnik, for good reasons. The medieval street layout, the Venetian architecture dating back to the 13th century, the fortified city walls, and their strategic location for maritime defense. Many ancient landmarks remain standing today, making Korčula ideal for walking. Some say that this is the birthplace of Marco Polo. The museum tells a convincing story. We complete our day's riding with a 5-kilometer trip to our hotel in Lumbarda on gradually rolling hills. The route stays close to the shoreline with occasional scenic views of the Adriatic. In 2 kilometers, we exit Korčula and enter Lumbarda. Here we discover the first bike lane we've seen on this tour, paved and raised to curb level with plenty of room for bikes and foot traffic. From the roadside directions, we can see we're getting close to town services. 1 kilometer to go, and we reach the shoreline in Lumbarda Harbor. In this harbor, in 1298, one of the greatest naval battles of the Middle Ages took place. The powerful Genovese fleet defeated the Venetians, capturing Marco Polo and imprisoning him in Korčula. Kudos to the tour planners who booked our group in a hotel right across the street from the beach. Tonight is the second of 3 nights. Time for a big meal of proteins and carbs. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe below and be informed as more stages are released.